Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. And I hope 2021 has started in a good way with you. First, before we actually start, I would like, of course, to thank the TRA for giving us the opportunity to be part of the TRA Virtual Academy and for all of their continuous effort in making sure that we are giving as much as we can for the audiences, for you guys to make the best out of the courses that we are presenting. Today's course, we'll be talking about the e-commerce, logistics, and payment gateways. And we will be giving you some guide on how to actually create shipping rates, so how to set up your shipping rates on Shopify, what are the different payment options or payment gateway options that you have in Shopify, and mainly focusing on the UAE and GCC region, and as well how can you do the integration and the process or the steps. Now, before I go deeper, let me first introduce myself. For those who don't know me yet, I am Emmy El Hasm and I'm the project manager in Creative 971. I've joined the team in February 2019. Being a fashion designer helped me in developing a detailed eye to UI UX e-commerce website aside from project management. And before we go deeper as well, let me just give you a small introduction on who are we, who is Creative 971. So we are 100% e-commerce experts. We have developed cutting-edge websites for innovative retail brand. You can see our portfolio and just to check some of our work. Aside from this, we are an e-commerce web design and development agency. It is owned by both German siblings, Julia and Nico. Creative 971 was founded in 2016 as an e-commerce agency, which is purely working on Shopify and Shopify Plus platform. The numbers 971 were chosen due to the commitment and deep gratitude towards the UAE and GCC region. As you all know, 971 is the country code. Aside from this, we do have as well online training academy. We do have several courses, and we very soon we are going to launch our do-it-yourself online course training, meaning that this within that specific training course you will be able to develop your not develop but at least set up your Shopify e-commerce website from A to Z. It will take you through the process of how can you actually have a trade license, how to open a bank account, up to the end of having your website live. We are very proud to announce that we are partners with the TRA, TLZ, some delivery and logistic companies such as DHL, payment gateway partners such as MyFatura, and so on. We will be discussing this in more details now during the course. And now let's begin. So first, our topic is e-commerce, logistics, and payment gateways. Now, the shipping, first of all, we'll be going through the shipping courier list, and in more details, we will discuss about the DHL integration in Shopify. Why are we highlighting DHL? Because we are their partners. Basically, the steps will be very similar, even if you are using any other logistic courier or any other shipping courier company. So, even if you don't want to proceed with DHL, or if you would like, then for those who want to proceed with DHL, it will really help you. For those who want to have your, let's say, at least even if you're local, if you have someone personally who will be delivering your goods to your customers. So if you are having internal delivery courier, then that's fine. If you're going to sign with another shipping courier, then as well it will help you to understand how the process goes and how can you actually set your shipping rates accordingly. And after that, we will be discussing some bank account options. We know most of the startups actually struggle in this point. So it's a bit of, let's say, not confusing, but it's a challenges when you want to open your e-commerce website. So you don't know actually which bank account to start because you want the easiest way, the fastest bank account, and a bank account which is startup friendly. So we will be showing you some options as well. And how is the payment integration occurs, or let's say the steps of integrating your payment gateway in Shopify. That's a lot of introduction. Now let's dig deep. So, what is logistics? Basically, if you currently have, let's say, an e commerce website and you want to sell your products to your customers, what is logistics? You need to think of, let's say, how will you deliver your goods to your customer? Logistic does not only focus about delivering the goods to your customer, but as well, uh, some of the companies, they don't have a place to store their goods. So you would need as well a warehouse to store your goods. The inventory, if you need someone to manage your inventory, or let's say the package of your goods, so to pack your item, to place the correct labels on top of the packaging and to deliver it. So all of this is basically part of the logistics. Logistics is used more broadly to refer to the process of coordinating and moving resources or people, material, inventory, and equipment. So, whatever you're going to sell from one location to storage and the desired destination. So, first, they will come and pick up the item from you, and then they will take it and store it somewhere else if it requires to be stored. And after that, they will be delivering it to the desired destination, which is to your customers. The term logistic originated in military, referring to the movement of equipment and supplies to troop in the fields. So basically, where did this word come from? It came from, it is originated from the military when they were referring to the movement of equipment and supplies to troop in the fields. Why is logistic important to your e-commerce business? Although many small businesses focus on the design and production of their products and services to best meet customer need, if those products cannot reach customer, then the business fail. So no matter what product you're selling, or let's say even if your website is really good, if your products are good, we have discussed several times in our previous webinars that having or let's say delivering the item or the logistic part of your business is a really important part when it comes to e-commerce. Why? Imagine if you've spent a lot of time developing the website to make sure that the website works and functions exactly as how your customer want. Now let's think your products are not being delivered to the right person, or let's say it is taking way long time to get delivered, or God forbid, then something happened while the logistic courier is trying to deliver your item, and if it's made of glass or fragile, then let's say the customer will receive the item broken or not in a good condition, and hence your business won't succeed no matter how good your product is, no matter how good your website is. So logistic is a really important part when it comes to e-commerce. So although many businesses focus on design and production of their products and services to best meet the customer needs, if those products cannot reach customers, then the business will fail, or even if it reached to the customer in a bad condition. That's the major role that logistics play. Logistics also impact other aspects of the businesses too. So, the more efficiently raw materials can be purchased, transported, and stored until used, the more profitable the business can be. Coordinating resources to allow for timely delivery and use the material can make or break a company. So when you are going or when you're thinking of actually having or signing an agreement with your logistic courier, you need to think that they will be able to store your product in a good condition. So the storage process, or let's say the storage period, you should as well think of it and consider it. Because let's say, what if they took the item from you today and they weren't able to deliver your products or your item to your customer within the next day or the next couple of days? And hence, if your item, let's say if you're selling makeup and they are storing, they don't have a place with good temperature to store makeup, and hence there's some humidity or whatever environmental aspects that could affect your product, and they took the product from you in good condition, but if they're unable to store it and to make sure that they are allowing for timely delivery and storage, then it may also affect your company. So you need to consider this when you are going to sign with any logistic courier or company. So by this, we have discussed the importance of shipping courier, what is logistic basically in e-commerce, and now let's discuss more details. What is the payment gateway? A payment gateway is a merchant service that processes credit card payments for e-commerce sites and traditional brick and mortar stores. So basically the payment gateway is the integration that allows your customer to purchase an item using their credit card, using their debit card, using their Visa, so any kind of online payment or digital payment. This is basically payment gateway. It helps your customers to purchase an item using any digital payment. So let's say um, PayPal as well is considered as a payment gateway, credit card payments. So any online payment that will process through a digital service or digitally as well. This is what we call it as payment gateway. It's not only used on e-commerce, but it is as well used in traditional brick and mortar stores. Think of the gateway as the metaphorical cash register in an electronic transaction. So basically, this is what will take the payment from your customer and push it to your bank account. Like any cash register, it needs to be both secure and convenient to use. You need to think that your customers are actually including or they are giving you sensitive information and sensitive details. So they are actually including or providing you with the credit card details. If it's not secure and if it's not convenient to use, then it will affect your reputation and people won't purchase from your website anymore. So you need to think that the payment gateway, you should check the security and the convenience as well. Now we have a small insight about the shipping courier and the payment gateway. Let's dig deeper into the shipping providers. So some of the shipping providers with direct integration to Shopify, the reason why we are focusing on Shopify is because we solely work on Shopify. So basically, we are going to show you some companies just to help you if you're in the process of having the shipping courier to integrate with your Shopify store, or if you're in the process of opening a Shopify e-commerce store, then this course will help you to sort the shipping courier and the payment gateway integration, because these 2 points or aspects are really important when it comes to setting up your e-commerce website. So basically here, if you have a shipping provider, you do have as an example Armex. You have Fetcher as an example as well, or as an option of a shipping provider that has direct integration with Shopify. You do have Spedix, which is Post Plus. You have Wing as well. And DHL, we are partnered with DHL as well, so we are announcing this proudly too. And in the coming slides, we will show you how to set up the shipping rates. And basically, I will brief you on the integration with DHL. You do have FedEx and you have UPS. So those are the shipping providers that have direct integration to Shopify in the UAE and the GCC region. So you could get in touch with them, check the agreement. They will provide you with the shipping rates. Basically, with DHL, when you sign an agreement with them, they will provide you with shipping rates, and you won't need to set different shipping rates based on the weight of the order manually, as it will be synchronized with the DHL account. And hence, what you only need to do is you need to create the zones. And when you are setting the shipping rate, you will just select third courier or additional courier. And once you have the DHL application integrated in your Shopify, or once DHL account is integrated to your Shopify account, then it will automatically fetch the rates that you have signed with DHL. And speed the QPS and all of those other are additional options if you want to have, if you want to sign an agreement with them, or if, just an additional options for you to have your shipping providers integrated or as your shipping courier. DHL integration. We are official partner. DHL has official partnered with Creative 971. So we are their official partners in the UAE. With the official DHL plugin, you benefit from a quick and easy shipment process. So why do you need to actually use? So basically, we are just here highlighting the options, or let's say the plus points of having DHL integrated to your Shopify store. It will benefit from quick and easy shipment process. So the way you are packing your item and delivering it to your customer will be very easy, smooth, and it will be convenient to you and to your customers as well. It enables you to easily create DHL labels and send tracking IDs to your customers. DHL actually offer two plugins covering national and international shipping services. So if you're going to proceed with DHL, DHL will be able to ship your packages or your item either domestically, so basically national, or international, so even to worldwide, and hence it enables you to expand easily if you want to expand to different regions. And as mentioned in here, it helps you to easily create labels and tracking IDs. It is very important for your customers to actually track their shipment or their order. Nowadays, customers, they don't have that much of patience to wait to receive their package. A lot of e-commerce websites now, they are offering the same day delivery, or as well next day delivery, or 2 to 3 days of delivery. So imagine if you are going to offer your customer a week or 2 weeks delivery. It will, of course, not be convenient for your customers. Why? Because they want fast and quick. They're not having that much patience now that they used to have previously. DHL services, it allows you to easily create shipping labels, to add additional delivery services to your customers' convenience, and conveniently create handover notes, generate automatic tracking codes. So basically, whenever you want to ship or to pack your order, you need to have a shipping label. So DHL, within the DHL application, within a few clicks, you can create your shipping label, stick it to your package, and send it to your customer easily. You could as well create handover notes. You can generate automatic tracking codes as well. And now, to make it more practical, let us show you how can you actually set up the shipping rates. So basically, to set up shipping rates on Shopify, let's think that this is so basically this is how your dashboard will look like. Once you log into your Shopify account, you would need to click on the settings in here. Once you click on the settings, you need to click on shipping and delivery, as you can see. So basically here, this is the shipping dashboard. Once you click on shipping and delivery, you will land on this page. You need to click on manage rates, as you can see in here. So once you click on manage rates, so just to brief you in on this platform, you have here some delivery methods. Here it will show you the rates of let's say, to manage your rates. So basically, once you click in here, it will show you the different zones that you have, and as well the rates, or let's say the shipping rates too. Below here, you are having your local delivery. So basically, where will you are delivering the package from? So it will be shipping from. This is the address actually. So once you click on manage rate in here, here you will see the shipping from as well. So if you want to change that, you can change that. And you have the zones created. So from here, create shipping zone, you will be able to create new shipping zones. And from those three dots, you will be able to actually manage the shipping rates, or let's say to manage the countries. So if you will click in here to create additional shipping zone, just don't get confused. To create additional shipping zone, you will click on create shipping zone. To edit the current shipping zone that you have, let's say you want to ship, you only ship to UAE, sorry, you only ship to Dubai, Sharjah, and Abu Dhabi, but you don't ship to the other Emirates, just as an example. Or the shipping rate of delivering your package to Dubai or UAE is different than the shipping rate of, sorry, delivering your package to Dubai or Sharjah will be different shipping rate than delivering your package to Abu Dhabi, as an example. So basically, if you're having different shipping rates based on different cities, then you need to click on Edit Zone. When you click on Edit Zone, from here you will set the zone name. So let's say UAE as an example, or domestic shipping, and below that you will select the countries that you want to ship to. If you want to select cities, in here you will have an option of all cities, or let's say all 7 Emirates. You will click on the drop down arrow. When you click on the drop down arrow, you will be able to select the cities that you want to ship to. Once you're done with setting up your zone, you will click on done. So this is basically only to select or to set up your shipping zone. And now to set up the rate itself, you will click on the three dots in here. Once you click on the three dots, you will click on edit rate. And once you do that, in here, you will specify the rate name. Customer will see the specific title on checkout. So basically, if you want to inform your customers that you are shipping, let's say if you have different shipping rates to same day delivery and delivering within 2 to 3 days, then you can do it from here. Just make sure that you are mentioning the text accordingly. And from here, you will specify the price of the shipping. And if you want to add any conditions, now let's say some of the customers or some of the, let's say, business owners or business strategies, they will ship, they will have different shipping based on the order rate, or let's say based on the order value. So if the user is placing an order, let's say if the order value is between 0 to 500 as an example, then the price, just as an example, it will be, let's say, 15 AED or 20 AED. And once the customer exceeds 500, let's say once the customer exceeds 500 or 200 or whatever the value cap is, then they are eligible for free shipping. In that case, in here, you will mention the rate name, and you need to click on add conditions below. Once you click on add conditions, you can see here you can either select between based on item weight or based on order price. Now, if it is based on item weight, then you need to specify the minimum weight and the maximum weight. So it should be in a range. And here you will specify the price. So let's say from 0 to 0.5 kg, the price is 15 as an example. So here you will mention 0, here you will mention 0.5 kg, and in the price you will mention 15. Now another example, if it is based on order price. Now let's say you want to offer free shipping above 500. So what you would need to do is you will select based on order price. Minimum weight in here you will specify, sorry, it won't be minimum weight, it will be minimum order price. The minimum order price will be, so basically, let's take this as an example. From 0 to 500, it is free of charge. Sorry, from 0 to 500 it is 20, and from 500 to no limit or above 500 it is free of charge. So the rate name for the free shipping will be free shipping, price will be 0. You will select here based on order price, and below that you will specify the minimum price is 500 and the maximum price will be no limit. So basically the system will understand that once the order value is 500 or above, then we will offer the customer free shipping. If the order value is 500 and below, in that case, in here you will mention standard shipping as an example. You will include the price. Let's say if it is, if you will charge them 20 AED, then here you will mention 20, and the minimum weight will be 0, the maximum weight will be 50. Sorry, not weight. The minimum price will be 0 and the maximum price will be 500. So in that case, the system will know that if it is from 0 to 500, then it will be chargeable. So we will charge that specific customer 20 AED. Now just this is a screen recording, so a quick brief on how to actually click or manage the shipping rates. So just to show you the full process, as you can see, Shopify is very straightforward. Within a couple of clicks, we were able to set the shipping rate. So you'll click on edit zone. You will specify here the specific zones. On top here, you will mention the zone name. You will select whatever zone you want, click on done. You'll come here, click on edit rate, select the shipping rate name, the price, add conditions if you want, either item weight or order price as I've explained. You will mention the minimum weight or maximum weight, and that's it. So here you have already created the shipping rate of your store. You would need to do that for all of the shipping zones. So you could create different shipping zones where you are grouping, let's say the Middle East. So you will have all the Middle East countries. Let's say GCC, you'll have all the GCC region. You can group them only if you have the same shipping rates. So if the shipping rate is the same to those countries, then you could group them as well. That's it for the shipping rates. And now let's discuss more about the Shopify third payment providers. So we do have different options of payment in Shopify. We do have the manual payment where you're able to set manual payments. Let's say same as cash on delivery. So cash on delivery is considered as a manual payment. And you have third-party providers. Let's say where you are signing an agreement with a third-party payment provider to offer to accept online payment from your customers. So in here you can see third-party provider. Shopify supports two different types of credit card payment providers, either direct provider and external provider. So you are having either direct or external. If you are using a direct provider, your customers can complete their purchases directly on your online store without having to pay at a third-party checkout. If you are using an external provider, then your customers must complete their purchases on a checkout page that's hosted outside of your online store. So Shopify, it has two different credit card payments, either direct or third party. Direct provider, which will basically process the online payment within your Shopify page, so it won't redirect the customers to the third party website, or let's say to the third party payment link, and the third party checkouts will redirect your customers to another page for them to complete the payment. So that's basically the difference between direct provider and external providers. List of Shopify third-party payment providers here in the UAE. So if you want to link or to integrate the payment gateway to your website, then you need to check those payment providers. They do have direct integration with Shopify. Let's say to checkout. Checkout.com is another example as well. Credit card payments powered by PayTabs or Tap. MyFatura, we are partnered with MyFatura, so and we do have as well special discounts for people who are referred by us. So if you are looking forward to proceed with MyFatura, then please don't forget to drop us an email and we will introduce you to them, and they will be providing you with a special discount rates as well. We have another option as Pay for It and PayPal Express Checkout. Now, let me just give you a small brief on couple of those payment gateways. Checkout.com is a payment gateway that will allow your customer to process the payment within your website. So they won't redirect them to a third party website. So checkout.com, yes, it is a third party payment provider. However, it will allow your customer to finalize the payment within your website, so they won't be redirected. PayPal, if you want to use PayPal, if you are looking to use PayPal as a payment option in Shopify, what you need to know is PayPal accepts dollar as a payment currency. So if you want to have PayPal as an option and your business is operating from the UAE or GCC, then the checkout currency will be in dollars. As you all know, in the GCC and UAE region, Shopify is having can check out with one currency only, and which is your store currency. And hence, if you want to have PayPal as an option, you need to change your store currency to dollars for it to actually be successfully for your customer to be able to successfully use PayPal as a payment option. And now let me show you just briefly how can you actually integrate your payment gateway to your Shopify store. So you would need to click on settings and you will go to the payment provider. Here you can set the PayPal. Alternative payment method will help you to select, or let's say to integrate alternative payments. And here is how you can actually do or set up the manual rate or manual payment. In here, you will specify, so you will click on manual payment method, edit, you will specify the title, and if you want to include any additional instruction to your customers, then you can do so. So that's basically how to set up your payment or how to integrate your payment gateway. Now, before we go through the list of banks, let me first brief you on the process. So first, you need to reach out to those. You need to reach out to those third-party payment provider. Before you do that, you need to have a business bank account. Okay, so to have a business bank account, a lot of startups basically they do find it a bit challenging for them to open a bank account, and newbies is basically very startup friendly. So if you want to open or let's say if you're a startup and if you want to open an e-commerce or business bank account, then check newbies from Mashreq. You could reach out to them through this link, and it is very startup friendly bank to let's say if you're a startup, so you could just check them out, give them a call, send them an email, see what is the requirement, and see if it works well with your business strategies or not. You have another option as Rank Bank as well, which is the quick apply. So you could open a bank with Rank Bank as well, Rank Bank Business. This is another alternative option for you as well. Other than that, you do have the CBD option as well, so you could check with them. that they do have the starter level. So as you can see here, that's a special account package for new business and startups. So you could as well check them out if you're a startup and if you want to have a bank account. So once you have a bank account, once you reach to the banks and you create your bank account, you would then need to get in touch with the payment gateway providers. Once you get in touch with them, you need to provide them with the required documents, and they will provide you with some of the let's say the list that they would need from you. And once you prepare it and send it to them, then you will have the agreement or the contract between your company and the third party payment provider. Now, they would be providing you with a lot of commercial details and information on how your business will work with them. And once you settle on the agreement, then it comes on the integration process. So when you want to integrate your payment gateway to your Shopify store, once you have your agreement with them, they will be providing you with the username and the password of the payment provider credentials. So to log into their payment gateway provider dashboard, you need to have the username and the password. Once you receive that, and once you integrate it to the Shopify, you need to actually include the secret key in there. So basically, when you go to the settings, shipping rate provider, sorry, payment provider, so payments, and when you want to click on choose another provider, and you will select your, let's say, checkout.com as an example, or myfatura as an example, you need to set or to copy and paste the secret key. And the secret key, you will receive the secret key or the public key from your payment gateway dashboard. So that's basically just to brief you on the payment gateway integration. For our clients or customers, we of course do the payment gateway integration. So our clients, or if you're looking forward to have an e-commerce website, and if you want us to build the website for you, then the only thing that you need to do is to get in touch with the bank, get in touch with the payment provider, and once you receive the username and password, we will then proceed with the remaining steps. And just to provide you with an information, of course, you are able to have either a manual pay, to have both options. So you can have cash on delivery and online payment activated activated in your e-commerce store as well. So yeah, so you can have both options. You can have cash on delivery, you will activate it from the manual payment methods, and the online payment you will activate it either from the direct payment providers or through the alternative payment provider. Once that is done, then you will have your payment gateway set. Don't forget to test to create a test purchase order before you go live. It's really important for you to test the order process. Try to test a successful order, test a refund, and test an incomplete order and payment as well, or try to place an order with a wrong detail, with a wrong card details, just for you to know if the customer goes through all of those. Does it go well? Is it smooth? Is there anything that you need to improve? Once you have a successful payment or a successful order, is the amount being reflected on the payment provider or payment dashboard or not? So you need to make sure that you go through that test phase. Once you go through the test phase and you're 100% sure that everything works properly, then you can, of course, publish your website. Now, this is a slide to show you that Creative 971 and MyFatura are partners now, and we do have special discounts available if you sign up through us. So just drop us an email if you would like to proceed with MyFatura. And these are the list of banks that you could reach out to them as well. And by this, we have finalized the presentation. So before we actually go through the questions, and before I go through your questions, I will be, let me just cover, or let's say summarize everything. So in today's, what we have discussed the shipping providers, the shipping, or let's say the logistic part of your company, of your e-commerce, and we have discussed the importance of the logistics, and the importance of considering that your logistic partner will be able to deliver your item quick, safe, and even if your item should be stored, then it should be stored in a good environment that it won't ruin your package or your order. And we have discussed how can you actually set up your shipping rates through Shopify. Shipping rates is something, and integrating your payment or your shipping courier is something else. Integrating your shipping courier could either be done through an application or a direct integration link that you'll be receiving from your shipping courier, and you just need to include your details. Let's say if you're discussing about DHL or RMX, there's an application that you will be uh, plugging into your Shopify store. You will set up your details, so you will just include your details and the account number. Once your account number is listed and you already have an contra or an account with DHL, then the integration is somehow set up. Why I'm telling you that you need to first do the integration, or have the application, because I have mentioned that with DHL, you don't need to actually set the minimum and maximum weight of a specific order and the shipping rate. It will be automatically synchronized between DHL and Shopify. How will Shopify know that this is the actual account, or this account number is your, or let's say, how will the system understand that you have a DHL account? And how will it understand that basically it is DHL that you've partnered with and not another shipping provider? And hence, if you have the plugin, or if you have the integration linked with your shipping courier, or linked through your Shopify account, then Shopify will understand that you are using DHL. And from the DHL application, when you set the DHL account number, then it will fetch basically the shipping rates. So the shipping rates will be fetched from your DHL account through the DHL number, and it will be reflected back on the website. Now, this is an option if you want to have a third party provider. Now, as an example, if you are not looking forward to have any integrations for now and you want to manage it manually, then you can definitely do so. So let's say if you have 2 or 3 people working for you to deliver the packages for you. So if you have someone in-house to deliver your order to your customer, then no need for you to do any shipping gateway or shipping provider integration. You just need to set up the shipping rates through Shopify. As I've showed you, you will select the shipping zones, the shipping rates, whether if it's based on weight, based on price, and so on. And once that is done, then it will be basically part of the shipping options for the customers. So when the customers are checking out, they will see whether they want to domestic shipping or worldwide shipping. If you want to have as I've mentioned, same day delivery, then if you want to add additional shipping rate, then that's possible. To be automatically synchronized, then it will be managed through the integration. If it is manually, then basically you just need to manage or to set the shipping rates manually, and it will be the user will then select that specific shipping method. You would then coordinate with your team internally to deliver the package. And after that, we have discussed the payment providers. So we've discussed the process that you first need to have a bank account. We've shown you several bank account options, same as newbies, RAC Bank, or Commercial Bank of Dubai. So you could check those options if you want to open a bank account. And once that is done, you can, of course, get in touch with the payment providers. As we've mentioned, we do have a special discount with MyFatura, and they will be, what do they do actually? The integration is really quick with MyFatura. So if you want to onboard MyFatura, so MyFatura will onboard you very quickly. It won't take much time for you to have the payment gateway integrated, and hence, if you're looking forward to go live very soon and in a quick pattern, then you can of course check MyFatura, because they will be able to offer you with a quick integration. And that's basically it for today's webinar. I hope everything was clear, and now we can go through the questions. Let me go through the questions in here. And yeah, just before I forget, um, once I answer the questions, you will receive the assessment link as well. And once you answer the questions, you will receive a certification, which will just a certification that you've attended today's course. So please don't forget to go through the assessment questions to receive your certifications after that. Are there banks that provide this service other than the Mashreq Bank? Yes, I have provided here some of the examples. It's Mashreq Bank or Newbies is one of the example. You have RAK Bank as well, RAK Bank, and Commercial Dubai of Bank. These are examples. You could check with any other banks that you have here in the UAE. So you could check with the banks. Let's say if you have a personal bank and you want to convert it to a business bank, you can check with your bank as well. But the options that we are offering in here is basically the banks that provide or support an easy process for startup businesses. I hope this answered your question. Okay, didn't hear the part about the certificates. Should you please repeat? Basically, TRA will be providing you with a certificate once you answer the assessment questions. They will share with you an assessment link, and in that link, you will have some questions and answers that you need, some questions that you need to answer based on today's webinar. So basically, based on what I have explained in today's session, you just need to answer 10 questions. And once you answer the questions, you will receive, if you passed it, then you will receive the certification. If not, then you could retake the assessment quiz again. And once you successfully pass it, you will receive a certification from the TRA that you have successfully completed today's course. If anyone is having any other questions, please do let me know as well. So if you tried, basically, if you have a Shopify store and you were struggling with your shipping rates or to set different shipping zones, please do let me know. Otherwise, we could go through the steps again. If you have any questions related to the shipping rate, the payment integration in general, or let's say if you are currently in a process of communicating with any of the payment providers, then please do let us know if you're facing any issues. I could, of course, help you and answer your question during the course. If you have any other questions, please do let me know. I would like to thank you all for the participation. I would like to thank you all for the participations as well during today's session. So let me know if you do have any other questions, please. Okay, I think I've answered the questions, and everything is good now. I hope today's session was helpful, and I would like to thank you again for joining today's webinar, and stay tuned for the coming sessions as well. Bye bye.